Okay, section 8.3, debit cards. So just talking about when to use a debit card, fees, and all that kind of stuff. Try these, explain how to use a debit card to make purchases. So obviously you're going to tap it now or swipe it and use a PIN. So why is it important to protect your PIN? Well, so for security, right? So that to make it harder for anyone to use your card. So to make it hard for anyone that takes your card to use it. Obviously, there are code crackers and all that kind of stuff that they can do that, but just someone that might be not randomly, but not high tech enough, takes your wallet, tries to use your debit card. If they don't have the PIN, then it will be difficult. Now, banks will track that. So if they say they use the tap, typically it's never at a place that you normally go to. So the bank will contact you and say, hey, these transactions are on your account. Was that you? Sometimes, but you should keep track as well. It's easy if you go online, or as I said, have an app on your phone. You can see the transactions. They show up almost instantly. So a debit card can be used for different purchases, obviously deposits or withdrawals or transfer money between accounts if you're at an ATM. You pay bills at a branch. You don't have to have a bank. Well, typically now when you go in, they call it a client card almost, not even a debit card. And that if you go to a teller at a bank, you swipe it and then they get automatic access. They can get access to your accounts using, other information, but that's a fast way. You make purchases, obviously, with a debit card. Withdraw cash. You can withdraw cash at a store even. If you use it, you can ask for cash back. I never do that, but you can. If you make a purchase, say you make a purchase for $30, but you need $20 cash, a lot of stores, maybe not so much anymore, but they used to allow you to get cash back. So they would charge you $50 from your debit card and you get $20 cash back. You can use it at any ATM, not only your bank, but other banks. But if you use it at another bank, there's usually a fee involved, okay? Especially if you are traveling outside of the country. It's a bigger fee. So smaller fee for, say you have an account at the Royal Bank, but then you need cash from just an ATM at a store or a 7-Eleven or a gas station. Those are even more fees than if you go to CIBC and you use a bank machine there. That's a fee, but not as much. You can access your account online. By phone, not so much anymore. It's by an app. So an app on your phone, I guess. Maybe that's what they meant. In the old days, you could actually do telephone banking. Why is a debit card more convenient than writing a check? Well, people don't write checks anymore. And stores don't often take checks. So stores, if you're purchasing something, stores don't take checks because it's not guaranteed that your money is in your account when you write a check. But a debit card, it will say declined if you don't have any money in your account. Okay, so biggest one, more convenient for you because it's an easy swipe and easy to keep track. of transactions. They show up instantly if you go into your banking app. How can you use your debit card number to keep track of your bank account? I think that just means you can obviously go online, you enter your debit card number, and then you can look at your bank account. When you open your app, you have your debit card number in there, your client card number, and then it will access all your accounts, just like online, that you have with that bank, but it is associated with you tell it which account is it associated with. So mine is associated with my checking account, but then I can use that to sign into my bank and see all of my accounts. How might using a debit card be better than paying with cash? Well, it's almost the same. It's different from a credit card. Definitely paying with cash is better than a credit card because you're borrowing money when you use a credit card. But with the debit card, there's no money in there. You can't use it. So it's more about, as long as there's not fees associated with it, then basically you can see each transaction in the account. Whereas cash, if you have $100 and you spend it at 3 different places, you don't have tracking of that. It's just gone, right? You have the receipts, but they're not online, right? So in your account. So you can keep track of your purchases more easily. Okay, next example. Sean is a truck driver. In a typical week, he uses ATMs 3 times at truck stops. So those ATMs at, as I said, at a gas station, a 7-Eleven, they're not at a bank. So they're going to charge a fee. So this says the average charge is $3.25 per transaction. And he does that 3 times a week, which is kind of silly, right? That he's doing it that much. In any case, about how much does Sean pay monthly for ATM use? So how many ATM transactions does Sean make each month? Okay, well, first he makes 3 a week, and there's 52 weeks in a year. So if you multiply that together, it's going to be 156, I think. Okay, so 156, and then take that and divide by 12 months in a year, which is 13 per month. And so he's spending, like for no reason, he's spending $3.25 each time. So that's $42.25 in ATM charges. So he needs to think about that. He needs to go to maybe once a week, make a trip to go to his bank ATM and take out enough that will last the week. Okay, so as I said, plan ahead. Now, and make a trip to his bank ATM if he needs cash, or use his debit card, depending on the fees. As long as the debit card for each transaction is, you know, there's a unlimited or 25 per month, then he would be fine with 25 per month, right? He's only doing 3 times, what is it? He's doing 13, so something like that. Okay, So that's that section. So you can do the practice, and then you can work on the mid-chapter review. And then you can skip 8.5. You can do it if you like. It's about PIN codes, PIN numbers. So do the practice here, mid-chapter, and then 8.6 for sure.